friends in Connecticut realized very early on that my father was very different and that he was involved in these fascinating organized crime trials. Also, he tried a lot of lawyers and politicians and not just organized crime members. But New York was the epicenter of organized and white collar crime during the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And it was sort of the Wild West of the judicial system in the United States. So it was fascinating to be a witness to these trials. They were always very big events. There were always famous columnists for the Daily News, Jimmy Breslin, always covered my father's trials. And in fact, the first RICO trial that was ever tried in the United States versus Anthony Scotto, Jimmy Breslin called it the best show in town. He said, don't go to Broadway, don't go to see the Knicks, go to the courthouse and see United States versus Scotto, the greatest show in town. And it was really a fascinating era. And there are no more lawyers that exist anymore like my father. He tried case after case after case very, very rapidly, oftentimes with very little preparation. He had a near photographic memory and could speak on his feet for hours without consulting a note. He was a fascinating man, to say the least. And when he was on trial, it was very much like dealing with an actor, probably living with an actor. He was a little bit distant and preoccupied, but by and large, we had a very close relationship that got closer as I got older. So close, in fact, that for the last 5 years of his life, I took care of him. He was very sick. I took care of him in California. He was on oxygen and in a wheelchair. And those last 5 years of his life, which are narrated from Manhattan